The MX-30 E-Sky Active REV not only features an electric motor, but also an internal combustion engine to extend the range. This power generator is not a traditional 3 or 4-cylinder engine, but a rotary engine. Mazda has always been famous for using this engine concept, but the newly developed MX-30 rotary engine will be the first after an absence of more than 10 years. At Mazda, the rotary engine has been discussed for many years and the media has always speculated about its return. Now that it has returned, it is time to refresh your knowledge about the rotary engine's concept. This video covers the most important questions that might be asked when introducing this engine concept to customers. The first and most important question is, what is a rotary engine? In the traditional internal combustion engine, power comes from pistons and the reciprocating movement is turned into a rotational movement. This enables driving the wheels. One of the downsides of this concept is that the reciprocating movement leads to engine vibrations. These vibrations were Felix Wankel's motivation to invent an engine that lacks this movement. This resulted in his first design of the Wankel engine in 1954. In 1961, Mazda obtained the legal rights to produce and develop the Wankel engine in Japan. Mazda named it rotary engine due to the rotational movement of what could be called the piston. The strength of the rotary engine is that it drives the wheels with fewer vibrations and is compact in size. Now that we know what a rotary engine is, you might be wondering, besides the historical perspective, why has Mazda chosen the rotary engine instead of a traditional internal combustion engine? In other words, what are the benefits of a rotary engine? The first benefit was already mentioned. Thanks to the rotational movement, it produces fewer vibrations than a reciprocating engine. This also means that the engine runs quieter and has a smoother operation. Because of the rotary compression method, the rotary engine can handle larger amounts of fuel during combustion and produce more power per stroke than a reciprocating engine. That means that the rotary engine produces more power than a cylinder engine using the same amount of fuel. This was one of the main reasons why Mazda used rotary engines in their sporty models. Because of its simple construction and its high output, rotary engines can be very compact. This makes this concept not only interesting for sporty models, but also as a compact power generator. For the MX-30 REV, this is the main reason to choose a rotary engine. The rotary engine has no connecting rods, valves or camshafts, which makes the construction much simpler and therefore more compact and lighter. Instead, the rotary engine's key components are rotor, rotor housing, eccentric shafts, front plating and rear plating. Where a traditional engine has its downsides such as low efficiency and a complex construction, the rotary engine has some concerns as well. However, most concerns are in fact product characteristics that make the engine run properly. Many people see oil consumption of a rotary engine as a concern, where this is actually a product characteristics, which is easy to explain. The sealing of the combustion chamber in the rotary engine is more difficult than in a reciprocating engine. Where a reciprocating engine uses 3 piston rings to seal the combustion chamber and scrape the lubricant from the cylinder wall, the rotary engine only uses 1. From shaving, we know that a 1-blade razor is less efficient than a 3-blade razor. The result is that more oil is left inside the combustion chamber to be combusted with the fuel. Where higher oil consumption in a reciprocating engine is a sign of engine wear, in the rotary engine it's a product property. The oil consumption of the MX-30 REV rotary engine has been reduced to an amount that does not require refilling between services. The rotary engine allows very high RPMs, which leads to very high speeds, in which the piston seals move over the cylinder surface. These high speeds can lead to more wear, compared to a reciprocating engine. Master engineers have reduced the wear of the MX-30 REV engine to a level that the engine will last a vehicle lifetime. This is thanks to the following improvements: thicker apex seals, new plating of the trochoid surface, and the addition of a ceramic coating on the side housing. For vehicles that use a rotary engine, fuel consumption may be a concern. Rotary engines in general have a higher fuel consumption and emissions compared to a reciprocating engine. In the newly developed MX-30 REV rotary engine, fuel consumption is reduced significantly, and thanks to the use of direct fuel injection. It's important to realize that the MX-30 REV rotary engine is only used for extending the range, resulting in a weighted fuel consumption of 1 liter per 100 km WLTP, or 282.5 miles per gallon. To achieve the goal of an all-electric drive, no connection between the rotary engine and the wheels is present. When driving the MX-30 REV and only the rotary engine is running to generate electricity, the process of turning mechanical energy into electric energy to drive the electric motor includes an additional loss, leading to a slightly higher fuel consumption than with other PHEVs. These product properties will most likely lead to discussion about rotary engines, since they are sometimes seen in a negative light. For a reciprocating engine, they would indeed be concerns. Not for a rotary engine, and especially not for the newly developed REV rotary engine. Yes, a rotary engine normally uses more oil, has a higher fuel consumption and is more prone to wear. But master engineers have developed the new rotary engine to a level where oil consumption is reduced, so the customer doesn't need to top up between services. And the engine will last a vehicle lifetime and the fuel consumption is greatly reduced. The main advantage, and therefore its most important reason to choose the rotary engine concept, are its compact size, fewer engine vibrations, resulting in a quiet and comfortable drive. These are the main reasons to choose for a rotary engine as a range extender and outweigh the downsides of this type of engine. Next to compactness and fewer vibrations, the rotary concept also has a higher power output than a comparably sized reciprocating engine and has less components, making the engine simpler and lighter. The use of a rotary engine as a range extender makes the Mazda MX-30 REV a plug-in hybrid like no other.